NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Richmond. Hey, back 22.
Sony Michel, his first carry. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. On second down, here's Watson. And Rudolph has it left side. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Tiger. Black 22.
On 1st and 10, Watson. He'll check this one down to Michel. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll bring up second down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. To throw is Watson. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Again, it's Watson. And he will have a man, Demaryius Thomas. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. Watson looks to throw again. Catch here, left side, Thomas. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, it has to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone. Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Can this defense get the stop on the opening drive? Here's 3rd and goal.
Come back, come back. Tiger.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that, because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
How crucial will those 5 yards be? We'll see as they come up again here, 3rd and goal.
Black 22. Black 22. Come back, come back.
Now it's Watson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. DeAndre Hopkins, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Colts take it right down and score on the opening drive. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now Breeze throwing on second down. And this will be incomplete. Jared Cook, the tight end, was the target. And it's third down. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch.
And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Sean Robinson able to get him down for a loss of 11 on the play. And it'll be fourth down. On fourth down, here's Lachlan Edwards to punt it. A well-hit ball there. 50 yards on the punt, 3 on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. This drive starts out on the ground with Michelle. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
The good old toss play. And this time they go to the left side, so give a lot of credit to the offensive line. Center, guard, tackle, able to seal that side. But the guy that we don't give enough credit to, wide receivers. They have to do a great job of blocking downfield. Otherwise, that play can be spilled in the backfield. In this case, everyone handled their responsibilities, and they picked up really nice yardage.
To Michelle on the dump off. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
How about that shuffle pass? Or if you want to call it the shovel pass, that's fine too. That's one of those plays that you take a little bit of risk there because you're trying to throw the ball into the middle of the field where a lot of big bodies lurk, and they can knock it away, pick it off, but they were able to execute it successfully on that play.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. From the gun, here's Watson. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Watson. And he's got more time, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down. On the handoff, it's Michelle. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Hits his target, the tight end, Will Tye. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
On the toss, here's Michelle. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Now a toss, left side, Michelle. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Tiger, tiger, tiger. Blue 80. Blue 80. Two jet.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Corey Grant, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Gurley again here on 1st down. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
Here we go. Okay. 21, 21, 21. 11, 11, 11. 12, 12. 5, 8, 5, 8. 5, 5. 1 second.
On 2nd down, here's Breeze. Steps away to his left. Now he'll square up, and that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one goes for 36 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Buying time to his left. Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. They fake the give. Here's Breeze. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Demarcus Lawrence in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime.
Hey, 2, 21, 21. 11, 11, 11, 11.
Breeze now. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Emerson Griffin in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year.
Got it.
So here we go on 4th down with Breeze. It's brought in by Kevin White. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10.
21, 21, 21. 95, 56. Got it.
Into the red zone, it's Breeze. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Back to the ground game here. Gurley. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
11. 5-4. Like 5-1. Ready for check.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. He completes it right side to White. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
Now, the offense not going anywhere. They're staying out there. They've converted once already on this drive. Here they go again on 4th down.
21, 21. Under. Over. 12, 12. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
They'll go for it. It's Breeze. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. Able to convert on 4th to bring up 1st and goal. That's a big 3 yards right there. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Ready. 90.
Two minutes remain here in the first half. More from Minneapolis after this. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. On 1st and goal, Gurley. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
2nd and goal from inside the 5. He'll get it up the middle. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
That's complete right around the 8. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Well, going for it on 4th has worked twice on this drive already. Now it gets more interesting here on 4th and goal. They're running with Gurley. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Todd Gurley, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings have made this now a one-score game. Dan Bailey now for the extra point. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that'll make our score 14-7. Bailey now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And the Colts getting ready to go. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Now a first down throw, Watson. Caught left side, Hopkins. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Come back, come back. Tiger, tiger, tiger.
On first down, Watson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. On first and 10, here's Breeze. Flushed out right. Now he'll let it go. He's got a man complete. And all the way down to the 37. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. Throwing on first down is Breeze. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. The final shot before half for Breeze. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of his first half of play. The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. Let's see if they can pick it up. And now he'll tuck it and run. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
On play action. Now Breeze. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. The Vikings on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Hey, got it.
On play action, it's Breeze. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Got it.
Breeze to throw on 2nd down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Ready. Move 90. Ready, set.
Breeze now on 1st down. He'll throw underneath for Gurley. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the 1st. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. The Vikings on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
Here we go. Ready. You ready?
Breeze now on 1st down. On the left side, a catch by White. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. From the gun, it's Breeze. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. In for the score. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And now we're all even. Brand new ball game, tie game.
In a sense, you're starting over. Tie ball game, everyone's back to even, back to equal. A good job getting back in it.
Bailey got the extra point, and we are tied at 14. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down.
Well, from an offense's perspective, that sure was pretty because the corner route is extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is because more and more tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field.
Come back, come back. Tiger, tiger, tiger.
On first down, it's Watson. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
Michelle, they toss it out right to him. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Richmond. Come back, come back. Richmond. Tiger, tiger, tiger. Black 99 Billy.
Keeping it on the ground on first, Michelle. And he'll be stopped up quickly here at the 38. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
You got him. You got him. Tiger, tiger, tiger. Black 99 Billy.
And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Down. Green the line. Green the line.
On 1st and 10, Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. That one good for 12 yards. And that'll lead here to a third down. Now it's Watson. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his second of the game. Instead, fourth down. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the fourth quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, it took a little more time off the clock, making him do it that way, didn't they?
Just a yard on the gain there, and that leaves him with 14 yards still to go on third down.
Okie. Watch that end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. 36. 36. Hey, we got four. We got four down. Four down. Got it. What's that?
Shotgun now for Breeze. He may try and run for this. He hits White, complete. Dodges him at the 50. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Come back. Come back.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. It was Reggie Ragland who got him down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Watson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
7.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. To throw on second is Watson. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Watson off play action. Hits his target, the tight end, Will Tye. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
They'll run it. This is Michel. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
And it's Michel once again, and this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Watson now to throw. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And out now come the Vikings. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. First down now, but that clock rolling. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Got it.
Breeze to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 30. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
21. Ready. You ready? Ready for check.
To throw is Breeze. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. Now Breeze. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Wide open receiver complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. So the big play nullified, illegal forward pass.
And maybe we know why they were able to get such a good chunk of yardage on that play. That pass was illegal.
21, 21. 95, 56. 5-5. Kill. Got it.
Back to throw, Breeze. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Hey. 14.
Now Breeze, got to have this one. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it would appear the Colts are going to win the football game. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. They're in a good spot. Two-possession game, barely, but a two-possession game here late. Now they just have to put this game on ice.
Let's face it, right now, they're talking about ball security, taking care of it, not allowing anything crazy to happen, because we've seen nutty things happen during the stretch, but they also have the security of the scoreboard. With that type of a lead, even if something goes haywire, they're still in good shape. But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Throwing now, Watson. Throwing right, and that's complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Didn't get to the sticks, but that's an ideal carry there on 1st down, isn't it?
I mean, now you're 2nd and 1. Although, you know, in the NFL, even if he picked up the 1st down, I don't think it's a big difference because the clock doesn't stop.
Yeah, not like college.
Right. If it's college football, you want to 2nd and 1 is probably better than picking up the 1st down because in college football, the clock stops with every 1st down and actually aids the defense in that situation.
Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. Again, it's Michelle. And down inside the 15 he goes. It'll go as a gain of 12, and that should just about wrap this one up.
I know we're in the era of wide-open football, a lot of spread formations, more space, but there's still a spot for power football, and we just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and, you know, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day.
Flag 22! Flag 22!
A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for Indianapolis, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they'll return home next week to take on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Carolina Panthers. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.